Hey everyone, before we start the video, I just wanted to say that I know I've been gone for a really long while and I haven't uploaded, and that's for two reasons. The first reason was because I was getting swamped with schoolwork and exams, and the second reason is because another video I've been working on is really long, and I originally wanted to put that out, but because of exams and because of just how big the video is, I decided I wouldn't be able to finish it for like a couple more months, so I decided to make this one for you all. So in between that video, I decided to make this one. It's still going to be high quality, and you're still going to enjoy it, I hope. But I just wanted to let you know that's why I've been gone, why I haven't uploaded. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you stick around long enough to see the one I'm still working on. Yeah, let's get this started. Spinosaurus, the crackhead dinosaur. This magnificent animal has gone through many different incarnations throughout media, but amongst the numerous appearances this animal has made, no two are as infamous as the Jurassic Park Spinosaurus and the monster's resurrected Spino. While Jurassic Park needs no introduction, some people may not know what Monsters Resurrected is. An American-based TV show, Monsters Resurrected aired from 2009 to 2010, with a single season containing 6 episodes. These episodes starred around dinosaurs as well as marine reptiles, mammals, reptiles, and terror birds. The show seemed to be poorly received, although it seems that some episodes are better received than others. Since we're only here for Spinosaurus, however, I'm not going to go too in-depth. But if you're interested, a good chunk of these episodes are available on YouTube. In fact, that's where I watched it. The entire video is right here in full. Now that we have our introduction out of the way, let's start discussing Jurassic Park Spinosaurus. Jurassic Park 3. At the time considered to be the weakest entry in the Jurassic Park franchise, this movie did do many things well that set it apart from the other movies. Apart from having the best raptors in the entire franchise, it also introduced a main dinosaur antagonist never before seen, the Spinosaurus. Standing at 5 to 6 meters tall and 13.3 meters long, the Spinosaurus is the largest enemy dinosaur in the entire franchise. Yes, even bigger than Giganotosaurus. And it quickly cements itself as a danger when it takes down the T-Rex. It stalks the characters all throughout Isla Sorna before finally being warded off through an oil fire. Let's discuss some feats. During the battle with the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus is badly bitten on the neck. The T-Rex holds onto the Spino's neck for approximately 10 seconds while also breaking skin. This is remarkable because Tyrannosaurus rex was the strongest bite force of any dinosaur, around 8,000 to 10,000 psi. Its teeth were designed to withstand the pressure put on from biting down, and it was built to crush and break bones. This indicates that the neck of the Jurassic Park Spinosaurus is capable of withstanding this pressure for 10 seconds of continuous pressure. The Spino then twists the T-Rex's head with its jaws and arms, snapping its neck. Most of the neck of the T-Rex is inside of the Spinosaurus' mouth, and it seems that all of the neck was rotated. We can likely assume then that most, if not all of the neck vertebrae of the T-Rex on the scene must have been snapped. While T-Rex bones are hollow, they would still require a lot of force to snap in such a quick motion, especially since T-Rex neck bones and muscles were designed to support its heavy head and keep it from falling over. With help from Reddit user Huseza, they estimated that the neck vertebrae was around 9 to 10 centimeters wide, 12 to 13 centimeters tall, and slightly shorter than the 13 to 14 centimeter length of the torso vertebrae. While I was unable to find the exact numbers for how much force is needed to snap a T-Rex's neck, I was able to find a range for pressure. A human neck needs to receive 1,250 foot-pounds to break when twisted. Comparing the strength of a human bite force to T-Rex's bite force, 300 newtons compared to 3,500 newtons, which is 116 times more powerful, the neck would therefore need to compensate for the strength of the bite by the same ratio. If a human neck requires 1,250 foot-pounds to twist and break, and a T-Rex would, based on the thinking presented above, require 145,000 foot-pounds to snap at least. T-Rex's shrink wrapping in Jurassic Park is actually helpful to us in this case, as there is very little muscle and skin on the neck compared to the more accurate depictions of T-Rex, meaning we won't have to account for muscle in the calculations, as the claws and the teeth of Spinosaurus appear to reach the T-Rex's skeletons. The arms of Spinosaurus are also extremely powerful, as they are able to keep down the weight of the T-Rex and hold it securely without it pushing back or causing the Spino to lose ground. In the Jurassic Park universe, the T-Rex is said to weigh around 18,000 pounds, or 9 tons, making this an incredible feat. Before anyone mentions it, yes, the Spino did also roll around a plane. In an earlier version of this script, I actually calculated how much the plane would weigh, what model it is, and even accounted for the missing propellers, cockpit, and engine. Except it was a waste of time because it's not even half the weight of the T-Rex, and I couldn't find the actual weight of the flight controls. If you're interested in seeing the math that I spent way too much time on just to get rid of in a PDF file, it's located in the description. Later on in the movie, when Alan and Eric reunite with the rest of the characters, they are briefly chased by the Spino before making it across the gate through an opening. We think the characters are safe as the Spino appears to head away before it comes crashing through and breaks through the metal fence, appearing to have taken no visible damage to his skin. However, it should be noted that in slow motion, the Spinosaurus seems to be showing signs of being exhausted, and it shows a small limp, so we know its stamina isn't infinite. These fences are not powered on with electricity, as we can see Alan and Kirby's touching and sitting on the fence, as well as the Spino putting its snout through this hole here. These are most likely the same steel fences from the original park on Isla Nublar. While I couldn't find a description of the fences on the wiki, reading the original Jurassic Park novel, after Ellie and Alan arrived to their rooms, they described the fences. Quote, "The entire lodge was enclosed within a fence, with bars of inch-thick steel. The fence is the same height as the Spinosaurus, meaning it is also 6 meters tall. Structural steel has a breaking point of 400 megapascals. Converted to PSI, that is equal to 5,815.1 pounds per square inch. This would explain the limp, as the dinosaur is most likely experiencing bruising that we cannot see. The top of the fence is spiked, and slowing the footage down, we can see that the sail of the Spino hits the barbs, but it doesn't appear to have been scratched, possibly showing the Spino has extremely tough skin even on its sail. The most impressive feat of durability that the Spino shows is in its last scene, while Paul Kirby distracts it on the crane. Grant fires a flare at it, and while it does jack shit against the Spino itself, the flare ignites the oil that leaked out of the boat the characters were traveling on. For 30 seconds, the Spino is directly next to and in the oil before finally running off. We can see the Spino in its last moments before it runs away, not dies mind you, just runs away. We see that it has no visible burns or marks at all. This is insane because oil fires, specifically gasoline, can burn to 1026 degrees Celsius. For the Spino to withstand 30 seconds of that without any burns is mind-boggling, and the greatest durability feat it has shown throughout the movie. However, the Spino doesn't appear to be very fast, or at least not very fast at accelerating. In multiple instances, the main characters can outrun the creature. On average, an adult human male can run at speeds at 8 miles per hour, and an adult woman can run at speeds of 6.5 miles per hour. However, when a person is in danger, like for example being chased by a carnivorous dinosaur, they can reach speeds of 12 miles per hour. In the first chase, the Spino is a moderate distance behind the characters before they escape into the forest. The second time, the Spinosaurus starts at a further distance, but it gets much closer to them. Its acceleration to max speed seems to be around 12 seconds long, to reach speeds of around 12 miles per hour. Overall, the Spinosaurus is extremely durable, and while it isn't very fast, it does make up for that in spades through its strength and durability. This is one animal you definitely wouldn't want to meet.
Enter Spinosaurus.
The first episode of the series, aptly named Biggest Killer Dino, gives us some indication of what kind of Spino we're going to be discussing. It's insane. Most people in the paleo community are aware of the batshit crazy stuff this documentary, and this episode specifically, has. Probably because Spinosaurus is a popular dinosaur, and because of the recent papers and developments about the dinosaur, it's been brought into the public eye a lot more. But honestly, I'm really happy this is a documentary and not a movie, because all of the math and the measurements and the strengths and the weaknesses are already done for me. I don't need to read scientific papers, I don't need to cross-reference information against 3 different sources to make sure I don't spread misinformation, or spend an entire night of my life trying to find out the measurement of an adult human cervical vertebrae. No, but unrelated tangent, why is there no source on how big cervical vertebrae are? The same thing for Tyrannosaurus. I hate Newtons. That's like
don't
no
know how to
think
convert
that the
them to
system
PSI.
genuinely went
Only
through 14 websites to trying to convert Newtons
not.
to PSI. I mean, I finally got it, but yeah, sorry about that. Monster Spino is listed as 60 feet long. This is almost 19 meters long, and its arms alone were said to be 7 feet long, with claws measuring 15 inches and weighing 9 tons. It's shown to be the largest predator in its area, strong, powerful, and monstrous. But enough flattering, let's describe some feats. Monster Spino is shown to effortlessly be able to snatch up 30 feet long Rugops, both with its mouth and its arms. Rugops was estimated to weigh around 900 pounds, or 410 kilograms. And that's for an accurate Rugops, an animal that is only 17.4 feet long. Monster Rugops is a solid 12.6 feet longer,
Rugops, a 30-foot long killing machine,
and so must weigh even more than this. Calculating how much the animal must weigh in kilograms for every meter of length, I use meters because that's the measurement system I'm more comfortable with, but it also works for feet, and pounds the same way, we can find that a 30-foot Rugops would weigh approximately 707.05 kilograms. Monster Spino is also seen thrashing the Rugops around in its mouth, the same way crocodilians shake their heads to rip apart prey items. Monster Spino is also shown to completely wreck Carcharodontosaurus. With a single swipe, the animal is instantly killed. Analyzing the way Carcharodontosaurus dies is the best way to see Monster Spino's power. While there are no visible slash marks on the Carcharodontosaurus's face, we will assume that the Monster Spino's 15-inch claws rake through the skin of its head. This would be a slash attack. As the head is intact, we would assume that this slash only caused massive bleeding, even if we can't see any blood on the actual model. Blood loss is most likely not the cause of death, however, as while slashes to the face can be fatal, they usually take a few minutes to kill. Analyzing modern-day animals that use slash attacks such as lions, we can see that a slash to the face can snap a person's neck. This also fits the way Carcharodontosaurus dies, with its neck bending away from the slash and the instant death and fall. We can't use the same method we used for a T-Rex, as the neck snap was done through torque and by twisting the neck, not by a slash causing the neck to snap back. To see how many newtons of force are needed to snap a Carcharodontosaurus' neck, I used a human for a baseline. A human neck requires at least 3,000 newtons of force to fracture the cervical spine. A human, on average, weighs around 136 pounds. Compared to that, Carcharodontosaurus, which could weigh 6 to 15 tons, let's go with a reasonable weight of 9 tons, which is 18,000 pounds, which is 130 times heavier than a human being. Therefore, with the logic I am presenting, it should take 132 times more newtons of force to snap a 9-ton Carcharodontosaurus' neck. This is equal to 396,000 newtons of force being delivered into one snap. An extremely powerful attack, although I'm probably underestimating the number, as Carcharodontosaurus is not a human and its neck muscles are much stronger than a human. Another example of attacking power Monster Spino has is when a single rake of its claws completely ripped through the hide of this Sarcosuchus. As a team of scientists and special effect experts construct a steel replica of Monster Spino's arm from the scaled-up arm of Baryonyx, its power is put to the test against ballistics gel, a car door, and a model human of unknown material, as well as wood. While examining the tests on these materials, I unfortunately see no reason to talk about them in this video, as it is underwhelming compared to the Carcharodontosaurus' death slap. Except for the car door, as this example gives us exact numbers and material description. But the car door is made out of steel, and the model arm punctures right through it. It is said that the arm delivers a force of 4,500,000 pounds. More importantly, however, it is mentioned that the Monster Spino would attack multiple times with its arms instead of applying a single strike when attacking. Monster Spino is quick, we've already seen it catch up with a running Rugops, but we have no basis for how fast the Rugops is. Fortunately, a line one of the paleontologists says gives us a better indication of how fast Monster Spino is.
If Spinosaurus was coming for you, you'd better learn how to hide.
If you ran in a straight line and it was chasing you, it would get you, unless you were an Olympian athlete, and then you've got a chance to book away from it faster than it could run.
As stated previously, when a person is in danger, they can run up to 12 miles per hour. Athletes have faster running speeds at 14 to 17 miles per hour. With the language used in this clip, this indicates that the Monster Spino was around the same speed, but could be escaped, even if we don't apply the extra speed from adrenaline the athlete would receive. As a guess then, I will say that Monster Spino has a speed of around 14 miles per hour. Durability-wise, Monster's Ressurected Spinosaurus is kind of pathetic. Well, we don't really see any examples of how durable Spinosaurus is, besides the fact that its arms and claws must be extremely durable to withstand a force of 45,000 pounds of pressure being driven into an animal's flesh. Ironically, this indicates that the Rugops in this documentary must have a bite force even stronger than this, as a single bite to the hand causes Spinosaurus to roar in pain and be weakened so much it is unable to fight back, even with its other hand. The only other example of durability it goes through is when it's toppled over by an unseen amount of Rugops. While there are a lot of Rugops in this scene, it only appears like two are attacking the Monster Spino, but it may have been weakened. The Monster Spino also dies immediately after falling on its spines. Monster Resurrected Spinosaurus' reputation for an absolute devastating killing machine is well earned. Its claws seem to rip through anything and can pick up dinosaurs like chicken wings. Aided by the vagueness of certain shots, but not very well thought out fight scenes, if they even last long enough to be called fights, Monster Spino is a testosterone-filled, adrenaline-pumping movie monster. The show did put it best.
But Spinosaurus was no fictional creation. This real-life Godzilla once ruled the Earth.
A real-life Godzilla. Except, not the one you might think of. Time to put these animals to the test and see which one will come out on top as the strongest inaccurate Spinosaur. Both Spinosauruses are not very fast, but unlike the Jurassic Park Spinosaurus, Monster Spino is stated to be able to catch up to a person running at full speed, just barely being outpaced by a professional athlete. Jurassic Park Spinosaurus, however, is consistently outrun by humans. While it's sometimes understandable, like when it appears to have a limp after ramming through a steel fence, but Jurassic Park Spino is just slow to accelerate compared to the Monster Spino. The first point goes to Monsters Resurrected. It may be slower, but it's definitely tougher. While Monster Spino's super arm is easily incapacitated by a single Rugops and then knocked down by another, Jurassic Spino tanks a bite from Tyrannosaurus Rex to the neck for 9 seconds, and it keeps its balance even after being rammed. Tyrannosaurus Rex has a bite force of 35,000 newtons, or 7,868.31 psi, for 9 seconds as well. This demonstrates exceptional durability from the Jurassic Spino, but that's not all. We can see here that the T-Rex's bite is causing bleeding. However, the next time we see the Spinosaurus, these wounds are no longer visible, indicating that the Jurassic Park Spino can heal extremely quickly within a few hours. There's also the strength of their sails. While Monster Spino dies immediately after falling on its sail, Jurassic Park Spino's sail crashes through a steel and barbed wired fence with no visible damage to it. The damage seems to affect the leg of the animal more than the sail. We know that steel has a breaking point of 400 megapascals, so this means the sail can withstand more than that and punch clean through it. And we know it did hit the top with its sail because 1. We see it here when we slow the clip down, and 2. The Spino's head doesn't reach the top, only the sail does. Not to mention the Jurassic Park Spino withstood the heat of a gasoline fire for 30 seconds before only running off without even a single visible burn mark. This round goes to Jurassic Park. This is the category that gave me the most trouble, and I can confidently say I never wanted to calculate a dinosaur's neck snap ever again in my entire life. So let's start small. Monster Spino is able to pick up a 30-foot, 707-kilogram Rugops, both with its mouth and with its arms. But Jurassic Park Spino's arms are able to keep down an adult T-Rex. In the Jurassic Park universe, an adult T-Rex weighs around 8,164 kilograms, a much heavier weight. Although it is easier to keep something down than it is to pick up and hold, the difference in weight is astronomical. Another feat of strength that Jurassic Spino shows is when it crashes through the steel fence. Now is our kicker. Which neck snap has the most power? In a single swipe, Monsters Unleashed snaps the neck of a Carcharodontosaurus. For our calculations, I calculated that it would take a force of 8,900,024 kilograms to snap Carcharodontosaurus' neck. This is more than enough strength to smash through a steel car door. For Isla Nublar's steel fences, enough to snap a T-Rex's neck. Oh! No, it's not. That's right. Jurassic Park Spino is actually stronger. Since T-Rex's skull and muscles are designed to crush bones, it has a much stronger neck to withstand the force that comes with it. Newton's law, bitch! Action has an equal reaction. Carcharodontosaurus is no slouch, but it's not a bone crusher. Its teeth are shark-like. They are designed to cut flesh and bleed prey, and so the neck doesn't need to be as muscular and powerful. Jurassic Park Spinosaurus was not who I thought would win. This is mostly because of how exaggerated Monsters Resurrected Spino is within online spaces, but also because this show plays fast and loose with everything surrounding Spino. Rugops is much longer than it is in real life, but the most important piece is that Jurassic Park 3 is a movie, and so its main purpose is to entertain. And Spino snapping T-Rex's neck is very entertaining, even if it isn't very accurate. Final score, Jurassic Park wins.